Alright, isang mapagpalang gabi po sa ating lahat. Ang inyong abang lingkod, Pastor Erwin Jan Rimos, ay muli pong nagbabalik sa ating live broadcast. At tuloy po natin ang ating naputol na broadcast kagabi. I hope mga kapatid na maging maayos po ang ating signal bago po tayo matapos sa ating live. And of course, we are still on the topic ng series of lesson about the Sabbath. Sabbath is an ordinance forever to Israel. So yan po ang ating pinag-usapan kagabi. And of course, yun po ang magiging continuation ng ating pag-aaral ngayong oras na ito. So sa pagpapatuloy po mga kapatid, babasahin ko ang 2 Chronicles chapter 2 verse 4. At extend po natin ang ating Bible reading hanggang verse number 12. Sabi po ng 2 Chronicles chapter 4 verse 12, "Behold, I build an house to the name of the Lord my God, to dedicate it to Him, and to burn before Him sweet incense, and for a continual shewbread, and for the burnt offerings, morning and evening, on the Sabbaths, and on the new moon, and on the solemn feast of the Lord our God. This is an ordinance forever to Israel." Magandang gabi po, Brother Richie Mapa. "And the house which I build is great, for great is our God above all gods. But who is able to build him an house, seeing the heaven and heaven of heavens cannot contain him? Who am I then, and I shall build him an house, save only to burn sacrifice before him?" Verse 7, "Send me now, therefore, O man, cunning to work in gold, and in silver, and in brass, and in iron, and in purple, and crimson, and blue, and that can skill to grave with a cunning men that are with me in Judah and in Jerusalem, whom David my father did provide. Send me also cedar trees, fir tree, and algum trees out of Lebanon. For I know that thy servants can skill to cut timber in Lebanon. And behold, my servants shall be with thy servants. Even so prepare me timber in abundance, for the house which I am about to build shall be wonderful, great. And behold, I will give to thy servants the hewers that cut timber 20,000 measures of beaten wheat, and 20,000 measures of barley, and 20,000 bats of wine, and 20,000 bats of oil. Then Huram, the king of Tyre, answered in writing, in which he sent to Solomon, because the Lord hath loved his people, he hath made thee king over them. Huram said, moreover, blessed be the Lord God of Israel, excuse me, that made the heavens and the earth, who hath given to David the king a wise son, endued with prudence and understanding, that he might build an house for the Lord, and an house for his kingdom." Good evening po, Pastor Alberto Ariston from Sipalay City. So ito po mga talatang binasa natin mga kapatid, ay ito po yung pagpapagawa ni Solomon, King Solomon, ng temple na kung saan ay gagawin ang lahat ng sacrifices during the Sabbaths to the kingdom or to the nation Israel. Okay? So, dito po sa mga accounts ng 2 Chronicles or Chronicles until Malakay, ayan po ay Sabbath keeping ng Israel. Ito po ay sinasabing ordinance forever to Israel. Okay? So, kaya hindi po lingid sa kaalaman natin hanggang ngayon ang mga Israelites ay gumagawa po ng Sabat at sinusunod po nila ito. But we need also to understand na ito pong ordinance na ito is a national ordinance to the house of Israel or to the Israelite people. Lahat po ng nandoon sa kanila na klase ng Jew, kasama po ang Jewish of the Jew or Jew of the Jews, kasama po yung mga Jewish by nationality, Jewish by birth, ayan, ay saklaw po ng Sabat. Okay? So, Sabat is an ordinance forever to Israel. Okay? Bakit po yan forever? Kasi hanggang millennial kingdom, hanggang eternity, ang Sabat po ay ipapractice as an ordinance to the nation Israel. Okay? So, unang-una po sa lahat, from the law to the age of grace until the 7 years Great Tribulation, ang Sabat po ay ipapractice ng mga Israelita. Okay? Tingnan po ninyo ang Daniel chapter 9 verse 24 to 27. Ito po ay patungkol sa 70th week or 70 weeks of Daniel's prophecy na connected po sa eschatology, connected po ito sa 7 years tribulation na mangyayari po sa mundo after the rapture. Basahin ko po Daniel 9 verse 24 to 27, 70 weeks are determined upon thy people and upon thy holy city to finish the transgression, to make an end of sins, and to make reconciliation for iniquity, and to bring everlasting righteousness, and to seal up the vision and prophecy, and to anoint the most holy. So ito pong 70 weeks of Daniel ay connected po sa prophecy. And on the 70th week, on the last week, yan po ay magiging pagkatapos ng 70 weeks na yan ay katapusan na ng transgression, which speaks of the Battle of Armageddon, na magtatapos po ang lahat ng kasamaan ay malilipon at papasok na po ang millennial kingdom. Okay, so lahat po ng mga dispensationalist ay mag-a-agree sa akin na itong 70th week ay ang 7 years tribulation. In the midst of the week ay magkakaroon po ng oblation or pagsasacrifice during their Sabbath na magiging mali ang sakripisyo. Okay, so basahin ko po 25. Know therefore and understand that from going forth of the commandment to restore and build Jerusalem unto the Messiah, the Prince, shall be 70 weeks. Okay, and 70 and 2 weeks. Okay, 70 and 2 weeks, that is 62. The street shall be built again, and the wall even in troublous times. Ayan po. And after 70 and 2 weeks, pagkatapos po ng 62 weeks, shall the Messiah be cut off. Ayan. Ano po yan? Messiah shall be cut off. Yan po ay ang Panginoong Hesus. But not for himself, and the people of the prince that shall come shall destroy the city, and the sanctuary at the end, in the end thereof shall be with flood, and unto the end of the war desolation are determined. Ayan na po. So mahalaga po yan. Mayroon pong sariling pag-aaral yung 70 weeks of Daniel sa prophecy. And he shall confirm the covenant with many for 1 week. Ayan na po, last 1 week. And in the midst of the week, he shall cause the sacrifice of oblation to cease. For the overspreading of abomination, he shall make it desolate even until consummation. And that determined shall be poured out upon desolate. Magkakamali po ang kanilang service dyan. At mabubuking yung maling sacrifice dyan sa 70th last week. Okay? So connected po yan sa signs of the time of the second coming. Gaya nga po ng sinabi ko kagabi. Sa Matthew 24, yan po ay magaganap sa kalagitnaan ng 7 years tribulation, the last week of the 70 weeks, at magkakaroon na po ng paglilinis sa buong Israel. Okay, tingnan po ninyo Matthew 24 verse 15 to 22. When ye therefore shall see the abomination and desolation spoken by Daniel the prophet stand in holy place. Whoso readeth, let him understand. Then let them be in Judea flee unto the mountains. Let him which is on the housetop not come down to take anything out of his house. Bakit? Great tribulation po ang papasok at mangyayari diyan sa kasagsagan ng midst of the week. Neither let him which is in the field return back to take his clothes. And woe unto them that are with child, and to them that gave suck in those days. Okay, verse 20, yan po ang patunay na magkakaroon muna ng rapture bago po mangyayari yung desolation. But pray ye that your flight be not in the winter, neither on Sabbath day, for then shall be great tribulation, such as was not since the beginning of the world to this time, no nor ever shall be. Okay? So, bago po ang Great Tribulation ay magkakaroon ng flight. Wala pa pong eroplano at the time, Matthew 24. Pero bakit nabanggit po ng Panginoong Hesus ang flight? Yan po ay catching away. The dead in Christ shall rise first, and we which are alive and remain shall be caught up together in the clouds to meet the Lord in the air. Magkakaroon po ng rapture. Okay? Ito pong mga talatang ito ay iba po ang interpretation ng mga mid-tribulation rapture believer. Okay? Hindi po nila nakita yung message sa Revelation na ye shall have tribulation 10 days. Okay? So, and then yung shortened ng time. At marami pa po ang pwede nating explain sa kanila na pre-tribulation rapture po talaga ang totoo. Okay? So, and except those days shall be shortened, 22. Ayan, bakit magiging shortened yung days? Kasi mag-i-extend po ang church age ng 10 days. Okay? At yung shortened nung days ay sakto pa rin yan sa 42 months and 1,260 days na equivalent into 7 years dahil isu-shorten yan dahil yung 10 days doon mararanasan ng church. Okay? So, pero yung 10 days na yon ay hindi po Great Tribulation, hindi po bahagi ng Great Tribulation. Kundi, yun po ay bahagi ng fulfillment of the shortened or the shortness of the time na gagawin ng Panginoon para maging sakto pa rin yung sukat ng 7 years. Ewan ko lang po kung nakita ng mga magagaling sa eschatology yan, ano? And except those days shall be shortened, there shall no flesh be saved, but for the elect's sake, those days shall be shortened. So, yan po yan. So, sign, this Matthew 24, verse 15 to 22, is a sign of the end of the world, the second coming of Christ with the saints. So, ito po ay sinyales. Itong 70th week na maling pag-o-offer. Okay? Kasi sa ngayon po, ang Israel ay hindi naniniwala sa Panginoong Hesus. So, gusto nilang panindigan yan hanggang sa dumating yung 7 years tribulation period, hanggang sa kanila po mismo manggagaling ang Antichrist, yung sinasabing Messiah, na nakita na nila yung Messiah. Talagang tatayuan po ng mga elders of Israel yung kanilang maling report na nakasulat sa gospel ng Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John, na hindi sila naniniwala sa Panginoong Hesus. Yung na-crucify ay yun yung Messiah. Kaya mangyayari po itong fulfillment ng Matthew 24. Okay, sa kalagitnaan ng 7 years tribulation period, kasi ang Israelites po ngayon ay hindi po naniniwala sa rapture. Okay, kasi naniniwala sila na yung Jesus who died on the cross of Calvary 2,000 years ago ay isang impostor. Okay, at maniniwala na lang po sila kapag naganap na ang Battle of Armageddon, Zechariah 14, na mangyayari mismo sa loob ng Israel, magkakaroon ng national salvation sa bansang Israel. So, ito pong desolation and abomination sa kanilang service ng Sabat ay magaganap sa gitna ng tribulation period in the midst of the week. Kaya, masasabi natin na until the 7 years tribulation ay ginaganap nila ang Sabat. Kasi sabi ng Bible, forever daw na itong Sabat ay gaganapin sa Israel. Kung mawawala yung Sabat, pagdating ng tribulation period, nagkamali yung Bible na 2 Chronicles 4 verse 2. Noong nagsimula po ang Sabat na law or ordinance to the house of Israel, forever na po na magiging ordinance ito. Kaya hanggang eternity, basihan po ng service at basihan ng worship ay ang Sabat. Kaso, sa eternity, araw-araw ay day of rest. Okay? So Mark 13 verse 14 to 20, ganito rin po ang sinabi, "But when ye shall see the abomination and desolation spoken by Daniel the prophet, standing where it ought not, let him that readeth understand. Then let him be in Judea flee to the mountains, and let him that is on the housetop not go down into the house, neither enter therein to take anything." Inulit lang po. So mayroon ding flight na sinabi dyan, verse 18. For in those days, verse 18, "And pray ye that your flight be not in the winter, for in those days shall be affliction, and such was not from the beginning of creation which God created unto this time, neither shall be, and except those days shall be shortened." Ang tribulation period po, na the 70th week, yung pinaka-last na week sa prophecy ni Daniel, ay pag nangyari, ay hindi na mangyayari ulit. Kaya malabo na mid-tribulation ang rapture. Kasi kung nasa kalagitnaan na po tayo ng Great Tribulation ngayon, ay dapat mayroon tayong sukatan. After 7 years dapat magkakaroon po ng Battle of Armageddon. Kaya ko po nasabi na mali ang mid-tribulation rapture of the believers. Dahil kung hindi ka magsisimula sa iyong pagbibilang sa rapture of the saints to be started or to enter the 7 years tribulation period, wala kang basihan. Kaya kung hindi ka pre-tribulation rapture believer, mid-tribulation ka kunwari, at saka post-tribulation rapture believer ka, wala kang starting point ng iyong counting of the 42 months. After the 42 months, 2 witnesses will come and will prophesy 1,260 days. Wala kang basihan dyan. At mamamali ka doon sa sinasabi ng Bible na walang nakakaalam. Okay? So, yan po ang panama natin doon sa mga mid-tribulation at saka post-tribulation. And by the way, mayroon pong 3 rapture na biblical. Pre-tribulation rapture, rapture of the believers. Mid-tribulation rapture, rapture of the beheaded witnesses together with the 144,000. Natalakay na po natin yan in the past topic natin. And post-tribulation rapture, Moses and Elijah, the 2 witnesses. Okay, so biblical po lahat yung 3 yan. Okay, kailangan lang nating maunawan at maintindihan kung sino yung mararapture sa pre-tribulation rapture, mid-tribulation rapture, and post-tribulation rapture. Matagal ko na pong inuulit-ulit yung topic na yan. Kaya yung mga baka hindi nyo po maunawaan minsan yung mga terms na sinasabi ko, you need clarification. Maganda po magtanong kayo. Welcome po, Ma Mary Grace Albrino. Okay? So during Millennial Kingdom, magkakaroon po ng yearly Sabbath. Gaya ng sinabi ko kagabi. Millennial Kingdom. Ang Millennial Kingdom ay mangyayari after the 7 years tribulation period, after the Battle of Armageddon and the judgment of the living nation. Papasok po ang Millennial Kingdom pagkapatag na lahat. Okay? Jerusalem na lang yung nag-iisang mountain na will be exalted above all the hills and mountains of the world. Okay? Isaiah 65, meron pong tinatawag na new heaven and new earth na may mamamatay pa. Okay? Welcome po, Ma'am Luz Biminda Jacob. Ito naman, mind-blowing na naman ito sa mga hindi po nakasunod sa ating series of lesson. Ito pong Isaiah 65 ay tumutukoy sa Millennial Kingdom. Bakit po? Kasi dito po sa new heaven and new earth na binanggit ng Bible ay merong mamamatay. Tingnan po ninyo, ano? Dalawa po ang new heaven and new earth na binanggit sa Isaiah. Isang Isaiah 65 at saka Isaiah 66. Itong Isaiah 65 mga kapatid ay tumutukoy po sa millennial kingdom. Good evening din po, Ma'am Luz Biminda Jacob. For behold, I create new heaven and new earth, and the former shall not be remembered nor come into mind. Tinan po ninyo. Verse 18, but be ye glad and rejoice forever in that which I create. For behold, I create Jerusalem. Ayan, Jerusalem, a rejoicing and her people a joy. Tinampon nyo ang 19. And I will rejoice in Jerusalem, kasi ang Jerusalem magiging sentro po ng worship, magiging center ng government sa worldwide government. Jesus will be King of kings and Lord of lords. And joy in my people, and the voice of weeping shall be no more heard in her, nor the voice of crying. There shall be no more thence an infant of days, nor an old man that hath not filled his days. Tingnan po ninyo, 20. For the child shall die 100 years old, but the sinner being 100 years old shall be accursed. Ito po ay new heaven and new earth, mga kapatid. Pero itong new heaven and new earth na ito, merong mamamatay na mga bata na 100 years old. Ito po mga batang ito ay tinawag na sinner within the kingdom na tinawag na new heaven and new earth na may mamamatay. Connected po ito sa children of the kingdom na uupo kasama ni Moses, Isaac, Jacob, Abraham in the kingdom, faithless children of the kingdom. Welcome po, Brother Arjon Alostor Kabunag. Ayan, from Laguna. So, connected po ito lahat. Pag hindi nyo po naintindihan yung sinasabi ko, ibig sabihin, hindi po kayo nakakasunod sa series of lesson natin in the past. So, new heaven and new earth na may mamamatay. Hindi po ito eternity. Ito po ay millennial kingdom dahil dalawa po ang kingdom, future kingdom. The 1,000 years millennial kingdom, Jesus will be King of kings and Lord of lords, and the eternal kingdom, future eternity. Ay, tingnan po ninyo. Yearly po ang worship dito. Ayon sa Isaiah 14 verse 1 to 16. Tingnan po ninyo. Zechariah po. Zechariah 14. Zechariah 14, behold, the day of the Lord cometh, and thy spoil shall be divided in the midst of thee, for I will gather all nations against Jerusalem to battle. Ayan po, Battle of Armageddon yan. Kakalabanin ng lahat ng nation ng Israel, pero si Jesus Christ ang makikipaglaban sa lahat ng nations na yan, dahil siya po ay bababa sa Jerusalem. Bababa siya sa Mount of Olives. Tingnan po ninyo. And the city shall be taken, and the house rifled, and the woman ravished, and half of the city shall go forth into captivity, and the residue of the people shall not be cut off from the city. Then shall the Lord go forth and fight against those nations, as when he fought in the day of battle, and his feet shall stand in that day upon Mount Olives, which is before Jerusalem. And on the east, and on the Mount of Olives shall cleave in the midst, toward the east, toward the west, and there shall be a great valley. And half of the mountain shall be removed toward the north, and half toward the south, and shall flee to the valley of the mountains, of the valley of the mountains shall reach unto Azal, and he shall flee like as he fled from before the earthquake in the days of Uzziah king of Judah. And the Lord thy God shall come, and all the saints with thee. Ayan po, coming with the saints. Hindi pa po ito nangyayari gaya ng mga sinasabi po ng mga preterist. Wala pa po nangyayari na ang Mount of Olives is na-divide po siya sa apat, nagkaroon ng valley sa gitna. Wala pa po nangyayari na ganyan. Wala pa po nangyayari na lahat ng nations kinalaban nila ang Jerusalem. Wala pa. Sa history, wala pa po nangyayaring ganyan. Okay, kaya mali po yung 70 AD ninyo na coming ni Jesus na 70 AD. Mali yan, mali. Kasi kung totoo yan, dapat divided na po ang Mount of Olives. Hindi pa eh. Buong buo. Welcome po, Preach John Gilisanga ng Bacolod City. Kaya hindi pa po yan nangyayari kahit na tumambling-tumbling pa kayo dyan sa interpretation po ninyo na preterist. Ano? Okay? So, ito po ay sinabi na madi-divide sa apat. At pag binasa nyo po ito, magiging plain lahat. Ang dami pa mga kabundukan ngayon. Kulang pa yung earthquake na naranasan natin para i-plot ang lahat ng bundok sa mundo. Kaya signs of the time pa lang yung earthquake natin ngayon. Mayroon pong 7 significant earthquakes in the Bible. Sa mga susunod na pag-aaral natin, itatakel po natin yan. Okay? So, now, sabi po rito sa verse number 6, number 6, and it shall come to pass that in that day, the light shall not be clear nor dark, but it shall be one day. One day coming po ito. Hindi po ito moment, twinkling of an eye, the last trump, the trumpet shall sound. Hindi po ito quick coming. Ito po ay one day coming. Isang araw talaga na publicly bababa ang Panginoong Hesus kasama ng mga ligtas. Okay, the coming with the saints. Ayon po sa verse number 5. Okay? So isang araw po ito. Pero ang araw na ito ay hindi araw, hindi rin gabi. But at evening, sabi niya sa verse number 7, but at evening time, it shall be light. And it shall be in that day, the living waters shall go out from Jerusalem, half of them toward the former sea, and half toward the hinder sea. In summer and in winter shall it be. Ayan, hindi pa napupulfill yan. Yung lalabas yung tubig. At yung kabila pupunta sa former sea, tapos hinder sea. Wala pa nangyayaring ganyan sa Israel, Kaya ito po ay darating pa lang. Okay? And the Lord shall be king over all the earth. Wala pa, hindi pa Lord si Jesus Christ over all the earth. In that day, there shall be one Lord, one Jehovah, capital Lord, and his name one, and the land shall be turned as plain. Ayan po, magiging patag lahat. Hindi pa nangyayari yan. From Giba to Rimnon. Hindi pa nangyayari. South of Jerusalem, it shall be lifted up and inhabited in her place, from Benjamin's gate to the place of the first gate, and in the corner gate from the tower of Hananiel and the king's winepress. And men shall dwell in it, and there shall be no more utter destruction. Sa Israel po ito. But Jerusalem shall be safely inhabited. Kailan po yan sa history? Wala pa. Ngayon, binubomba ang Israel dahil sa inggit ng superpower, ng pagiging superpower sa buong mundo. Okay? Kaso lang, sila po ay bulag sa katotohanan because they have rejected the Messiah. At tinindigan talaga ng mga elders nila yan. Kaya, hindi po ako gaanong believe sa mga elders. Kasi yung mga elders of Israel, sila ang dahilan kung bakit bulag ang buong Israel ngayon. Kaya pag elder ka, matanda ka, huwag kang magmayabang. Kasi lahat ng elder sa Bible, yung mismo yung nagpapako sa Panginoong Hesus dahil sa inggit. Dahil hindi nila makayanan yung influence ng Panginoong Hesus, pinapako nila sa cross. Back to history tayo. Okay, and men shall dwell in it, and they shall be no more utter destruction, but Jerusalem shall be safely inhabited. And this shall be the plague wherewith the Lord will smite all the people. Hindi pa po nangyayari ito. Na kapag ka sila ay against sa Jerusalem, against sa Panginoon, mamamatay sila, na matutunaw sila. Magkakaroon ng cremation habang buhay. Nakatayo, matutunaw. Tingnan po ninyo. Shall smite of all the people that have fought against Jerusalem. Their flesh shall consume away while they stand upon their feet. And their eyes shall consume away, and their holes and their tongue shall consume away, and their mouth. And it shall come to pass in that day that the great tumult from the Lord shall be among them, and they shall hold everyone on the hand of his neighbor, and his hand shall be raised against the hand of his neighbor. And Judah also fight at Jerusalem, and the wealth of the heathen round about shall be gathered together, gold, silver, apparel, great abundance, and shall be a plague of horse, mule, and camel, and ass, and all the beasts that shall be in these tents. And this plague, it shall came to pass that everyone that lived of all the nations, yung mga titira po sa lahat ng nations, na living nations, sa judgment of the living nation, shall even go up from year to year to worship the King, the Lord of hosts, and to keep the feast of the tabernacle. Yearly po ang worship dyan. Sa kailan po mangyayari na yearly ang worship sa Jerusalem? after the Battle of Armageddon, yan po ay sa loob na ng Millennial Kingdom. Okay? Yan po ay mangyayari before the renovation of the earth. Ano po ang renovation of the earth? Na ang mundo ay gugunawin sa apoy. 2 Peter chapter 3 verse 10 to 13. Bago po ito mangyari, ay magkakaroon na ng yearly worship or yearly Sabbath to Jerusalem. Kasi po ang Millennial Kingdom ay sabbatical dispensation. Baka ngayon nyo lang po na maririnig yan. Ang Millennial Kingdom ay 7th dispensation. Sabbatical dispensation from innocence, conscience, human government, promise, law, grace, kingdom. Sabbatical dispensation po ang Millennial Kingdom. Kaya dalawa po ang Sabbath. Yung sabbatical kingdom at saka yung eternal Sabbath. Okay? So, baka malulula na kayo sa mga term na sinasabi ko po, ano? Looking for, saan na ba ako? 2 Peter chapter 3 verse 10. But the day of the Lord shall come as a thief in the night, in which the heaven shall pass away with great noise. Big Bang. Tama po ang Big Bang, pero hindi sa creation, kundi sa destruction. 2 Peter chapter 3 verse 10. With a great noise, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat, and the earth and the works that are therein shall be burned up. Hindi pa po nangyayari ito. Kaya meron pang hindi natutupad. Hindi pa po nagugunaw ang mundo sa pamamagitan ng apoy. Seeing then that all these things shall be dissolved, lahat ng mga creation, lahat ng nandito sa mundo ay madidissolve, what manner of person ought ye to be in all holy conversation and godliness? Kaya hindi pa ito nangyayari, mga preteris. Looking and hasting unto the coming of the day of God, wherein the heavens being on fire shall be dissolved, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat. Nevertheless, we according to his promise look for a new heaven and a new earth, wherein dwelleth righteousness. So bago po ito mangyari, magkakaroon muna ng 1,000 years millennial kingdom. Bakit, pastor? Kasi paano magkakaroon ng new heaven and new earth kung ito pa rin yung magiging mundo ng eternity? Okay? Kaya tama po ang dispensationalism, mga kapatid. Yung sequence of events lang, yung nagkakanda-gulo-gulo, kasi marami po ang mga nag-aaral ng eschatology na hindi naman talaga nila alam yung pagkasunod-sunod ng sequence of events, at kung meron man silang alam na sequence of events, hindi nila kayang i-explain kung bakit yon ang pagkasunod-sunod. Nagmamagaling na. Hindi nga nila alam yung kaibahan ng Millennial Kingdom sa Eternal Kingdom. Hindi nila alam kung ano yung mangyayari sa sunod na event. Ano mangyayari doon mismo sa event, within the events. Hindi nila alam. Pero magaling silang maghanap ng mali. Welcome po, Kamiling Baptist Mission. Ayan, salamat po sa inyong presensya ngayong gabi. Kaya mahalaga na alam natin. Pag ako po tinanong ninyo, bakit yun yung sequence of events mo, pastor? Alam ko i-explain. Bakit hindi ganito? Bakit hindi kayo amillennialist? Hindi kayo post-trib rapture, hindi kayo mid-trib rapture? Bakit pre-trib rapture kayo? Kaya ko pong sagutin lahat ng mga tanong basta kaya nyong makinig, mga kapatid. So mahalaga po, before this 2 Peter chapter 3 verse 10 to 13 mangyayari, magkakaroon muna ng 1,000 years millennial kingdom. Meron po talagang 1,000 years millennial kingdom na nag-i-expire ayon sa Revelation chapter 20 verse 1 to 10. Okay? Mayroon pong the 1,000 years. Mga amillennialist, hanapin nyo yung 1,000 years nyo. Pag binasa nyo yung sa baba, may the 1,000 years. At yung the 1,000 years na yan, may expiry date. Kaya mali yung mindset nyo na yung 1,000 years, pwede daw 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, 5,000, 6,000, and so on para gawing forever. Ay, mayroong the 1,000 years at saka may expiration. yung Millennial Kingdom. Pagkatapos ng Millennial Kingdom ay magkakaroon ng Gog and Magog para si Satanas ay ilabas sa bottomless pit, itatapon sa lake of fire. Malinaw na malinaw po yan. Welcome po, Pastor Cyril Ganancial. So, Sabat na po ang pinag-aaralan natin ngayong gabing ito and series of lesson po ito. Maging po ang mga kasama ko ngayon lang nila maririnig itong lesson na ito. And at yung lesson natin bukas nyo lang rin po maririnig. Alright? So, Millennial Kingdom, magkakaroon po ng yearly Sabbath. Yearly worship. Ang magiging sentro ng worship ay Jerusalem. Promise na po yan sa prophecy. Kaya wala ka na magagawa dyan. Kaya tama po, sabi ng mga nagkikip ng Sabbath, alam mo ba na sa eternity, magkakaroon ng pagsasamba sa Sabbath? Tama po yan. Pero ang sinabi sa Bible, from one Sabbath to another Sabbath. Kasi ang i-apply sa eternity is yung sabbatical weeks. Kasi sa sabbatical weeks, doon sa 7th week ay magkakaroon ng everyday worship forever and ever. Tatlo po ang Sabat, sabbatical week, sabbatical month, at saka sabbatical year. Ang sabbatical year ay i-apply po sa Millennial Kingdom. Worldwide. Yung sabbatical weeks, i-apply sa eternity. Tingnan po ninyo. Eternity future, Sabbath worship will be every day, forever and ever. Paano ko po nalaman? Isaiah 66. Kaya dalawa po ang New Heaven and New Earth. Yung isang New Heaven and New Earth, para po yun sa Millennial Kingdom, may mamamatay na bata, 100 years old, Isaiah 65. Pagdating po sa Isaiah 66, nabanggit ulit yung New Heaven and New Earth, pero yung worship ay everyday. Okay? So, itong dalawang chapter na ito, ay hindi pwedeng magkasing time frame na mangyayari. Magkakaroon po ng contradiction ang Bible. Ano ba talaga? Yearly ba talaga o everyday? Diba? Think about it. Sabi po ng Isaiah 66 verse 22 to 23, and as the new heavens and the new earth, ayan po, new heaven and new earth po ulit yan, which I will make, shall remain before me, saith the Lord. And shall your seed, your name remain, and it shall come to pass that from one new moon to another, from one Sabbath to another, all flesh shall come to worship before me, saith the Lord. Tinan po ninyo iba po yung sinasabi na yearly worship ng Zechariah 14. Pero ito daw worship na ito sa New Heaven and New Earth, one Sabbath to another Sabbath, one new moon to another new moon. Hindi po sinasabi dyan na ang worship ay Sabado. Sinasabi po na ang worship dyan, simula Sabado, Linggo, Lunes, Martes, Merkules, Huwebes, Biyernes, Sabado. Cycle po every day. Saan yan mangyayari? Sa Eternal Kingdom. Ang magiging pinaka-main na worship sa eternity ay Jerusalem pa rin. At ang worship doon every day, forever and ever. Kasi yun po ay eternal rest. Yung Millennial Kingdom is the sabbatical dispensation. Sabbatical dispensation, the last dispensation, rest para sa mga faithful. Kuha. Yung mga unfaithful, magwa 1,000 years po kayo sa outer darkness kasi loko-loko kayong Kristiyano. Yun ang sabbatical nyo. Kasi dito, hindi kayo namamahinga sa paggawa ng kasalanan. Mga loko-lokong Kristiyano. Kasama na mga pastor na loko-loko. Kaya matakot ka dyan. So, in future Sabbath, eternity, ang worship po ay everyday. Ang basihan lang ay Sabat. Bakit basihan, Melwin Asuncion, ang Sabat? Because sabi po ng 2 Chronicles chapter 2 verse 4, Sabat is an ordinance to Israel forever. Pag nawala ang Sabat, hindi po mapopulfill ang 2 Chronicles chapter 2 verse 4 na magkakaroon ng forever Sabat sa Israel. Kailan mangyayari yung forever Sabbath na yan? Every day forever. Sa eternal kingdom. Kaya connected po sa eschatology lahat ng verses sa Bible. Kasi ang Bible po ay isang mapa ng history from eternity past to eternity future. Hindi lang yan basta-bastang Bible, mga kapatid. Ito pong eternal Sabbath na ito, na eternity future, one Sabbath to another Sabbath, ay pagkatapos na po ng 2 Peter chapter 3 verse 10 to 13. Pagkatapos ng gunawin yung dating mundo na gagamitin until the millennial kingdom. Ipaplat lang po itong mundong ito, magkakaroon ng flat earth sa millennial kingdom. After the millennial kingdom, yung Gog and Magog sa land of Megiddo in the Old Testament, magkakaroon po ng Gog and Magog. Si Satanas ay lalabas sa kanyang kulungan na bottomless pit after the 1,000 years is finished. To the Gog and Magog, he will deceive the nations in the four quarters of the earth as the son of the sea, the last and final war with Satan. Satan will be thrown to the lake of fire. Verse 7 po yan ng Revelation. Ang itong mga pinaulanan ng apoy, ang kanilang katawan at alabok or ang kanilang abo ay pupunta sa dagat. Sila po ay mare-resurrect sa second resurrection ng Revelation 20 verse 13. Verse 11 to 13. At harap sila sa judgment seat kasama ng mga unfaithful servants sa outer darkness ayon sa verse 13. And death and hell delivered up the dead which are in them. At yung isang grupo na nakasulat sa Book of Life ay papahira ng mga luha, mga unfaithful servant, papasok sa eternity. Yung hindi nakasulat, itatapon sa lake of fire. How about that? Yun ang pinakatama at tumpak na explanation. Sa Great White Throne Judgment, may dalawang grupo, ligtas at saka hindi ligtas. Yung ligtas na unfaithful na umiiyak sa outer darkness dahil sa palo, dahil sa kalukuhan nilang ginawa nung sila ay nasa lupa pa, doon sa eternal Sabbath sila po ay mamamahinga. Pero tayo, mayroon po tayong sabbatical dispensation ng mga faithful sa millennial kingdom. May mga corona. Yan. So malinaw po mga kapatid, no? So itong Sabbath is an ordinance forever to Israel. Bakit po forever to Israel? Welcome po, Carigas de Guzman. Bakit forever to Israel? Kasi galing nung ibinigay ang Sabbath on the first giving of the Sabbath until forever, ipapractice po ito ng Israel hanggang eternity. How about that? Ngayon nyo lang yan maririnig. Ang atin pong outline ay nasa Facebook natin, kaya paki-download nyo mga kapatid. Bukas po ang ating topic ay Sabbath in the Gospel. Okay, Sabbath in the Gospels. Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John. Tingnan po natin yung Sabbath. Magkakalaban na po sila niyan si Jesus, kasi alam nyo ba si Jesus Christ ay isang Sabbath pastor. Isa po siya sa mga hindi sumunod sa law of Sabbath. How about that? Kayong mga Sabbath keeper, hindi po sinunod ni Jesus Christ ang Sabbath nyo, pero hindi siya nagkamali, sabi ng Bible. Yan po ang topic natin bukas. In the first place, hindi pa po siya ipinapako, hindi pa po siya na-resurrect. Ano kayang dahilan kung bakit sila po ay nag-harvest ng mais on the day of Sabbath? Nagpapagaling si Jesus on the day of Sabbath. Bakit kaya? Yan ang topic natin bukas. Kaya manggagalaiti kayo pag narinig nyo yan. Kaya lahat po ng nagsasabat keeping hanggang ngayon against kay Jesus Christ kasama ng mga Israelites. Kasi ang Sabbath keeping ay isang paraan para i-deny mo si Jesus that He is the Lord of the Sabbath. Mas sinusunod mo yung law kaysa lawgiver. Kaya, you are obedient to the Sabbath, but you are disobedient to the Lord of the Sabbath. Kaya delikado ang kaligtasan mo, kaibigan. Ganyan po yan kasimple. Yan po ang magiging topic natin bukas, kaya abangan po ninyo. So marami pong salamat mga kapatid. That is for now. I hope na maisayos ko pa po itong lesson na ito. Pero yan po ay isang skeletal lesson na pwede nyo na pong aralin sa inyong mga sarili. So, forever na ang Sabat po is an ordinance to Israel. Kaya galing nung ibinigay yan sa Israel, magiging ordinance nila yan until forever. Tayo nakisali lang, nakisawsaw lang sa day of rest. Okay, so yun po ang katotohanan. Tayo po'y manalangin. Maraming salamat sa inyong lahat. Amang banal, dakilang Diyos, pagpalain po ninyo ang bawat isa. Salamat sa gabing ito. I-bless nyo po ang aming patuloy na pag-aaral sa Sabat. Dalangin ko na sana ito man po ay hindi talagang masyadong detailed, but Lord, this will be a guide for them kung paano po nila aaralin. So we have done na galing sa unang banggit ng Sabat, Leviticus, hanggang sa katapusan po ng Law, hanggang sa pumasok na po sa tribulation period. Nakita na namin na ang Sabat ay ipapractice pa rin sa loob ng Israel. But Lord, give us the wisdom for tomorrow para maunawaan po namin kung bakit hindi sinunod ng Panginoong Hesus ang Sabat ng Israel. Okay po, dalangin ko Panginoon na kayo po ang manguna sa aming lahat at maintriga kami sa mga topic na ito at mag-aral kami sa sarili namin para mas lalo pa po kaming magkaroon ng heavenly wisdom. Maraming po salamat. Ito po yung aming samot dalangin in Jesus' name. Amen and amen. Salamat po mga kapatid. God bless po sa inyong lahat. Magkita-kita tayo bukas. Salamat and God bless.